how I grew my business. Hi, my name's Nate Jones, and today I'm going to share a video with you about how I grew my business. I'm almost 3 full years in business, and me and my wife, we started an insurance agency almost 3 years ago. We had super stable jobs, and we decided to step out and take a chance. I was making $100,000 a year. My wife was making almost $50,000 a year. We were working at the same company, very lax environment, very great career, but we knew that we wanted something more. We knew that we wanted to become business owners because we knew that the goal of building wealth, exponential wealth, generational family wealth comes from owning a business. We were around so many business owners, flying private jets all across the country in the job that we were in, and we met so many successful business owners. And I remember I asked them all the same question, like, why'd you start? What happened? And I used to look at these business owners as super high accomplished people, super smart people. And there are tons of very, very smart business owners, but a lot of these people that were very successful, multi-million dollars, $20, $30 million businesses, were not more accomplished than you or I. They decided to take a chance on themselves. They decided to take the risk, and the people that did not decide to take the risk or did not feel like starting a business ended up working for them. So I had this aura of that I used to look at business owners of saying like, wow, that's amazing. They must be a different breed, right? They're not like the rest of us. And then I slowly started changing my paradigm on that, and I was like, man, if these guys can do it, then I should be able to do it. And the industry I was working in was the insurance industry, and it just made sense for us to own our own business in that industry. So we went from making really good money, $150,000 a year as a family, in our 20s to zero. We started an insurance agency, an independent insurance agency, which basically means that we work with multiple insurance companies and we focus with helping business owners, okay? Think of construction companies, contractors, electric companies. They all need insurance, and we help them out, and we get paid a commission to do so from the insurance company. So starting this business, the biggest hurdle was 2 things. Number 1, making sure that we get great insurance companies that we work with. And number 2 was making sure that we feed those insurance companies with businesses that are buying insurance from them, right? So the first thing I had to do was I had to use some of my connections from working at different insurance places to get us in the door with these insurance companies, because a lot of insurance companies do not just want to randomly give you a contract to sell their insurance. You can't just sell anybody's insurance. You have to have a contract with it. So that was one, hurdle of making sure that we get enough insurance companies, that we have enough options to give people multiple quotes. Because if we have one insurance company, the insurance company doesn't like it, or the current client is already with that insurance company, I can't write with them, right? Okay, so then we had to create a strategy of how are we going to make sales? How are we going to get in front of business owners and see if we can either save them money, or if they don't like their agent, they can switch to us? Well, from a previous role I had, I was an insurance salesman for another agency, and I learned how to cold call in that role. And I hated it. I absolutely hated cold calling, but it worked. So what me and my wife did, I said, look, if we sit around and we wait for the phone to ring, we create a website, and we have an office locally, and I'm in my office today. You could see our company logo in the background, Wexford Insurance. And, I said, if we wait for the phone to ring, we're never going to be big. We're never going to be a size that really makes sense. We're not going to replace our income. We want to replace our income as fast as we can. So we compiled a list of 3,000 to 4,000 companies while we were still working for, we'd come home at like 5 or 6 p.m., and we would sit on the computer for 2 to 3 hours, and we would prospect. What prospecting is, hey, we're going to look up companies, and we're going to put them in an Excel sheet, put them in a CRM. We used HubSpot. It's a free CRM. And we put all these companies in here, and we put tasks of when we're going to start our business. So we had like probably 4,000 or 5,000 companies. And as soon as we decided to quit our job and start this, we had our website already built. We had a prospect list of tons of companies that we were going to call. So we were prepared. We knew our systems. Okay, if somebody asked for a quote, this is what we're going to do. This is this. Every process was defined and developed. So when we had somebody who was interested in insurance, we knew what our process was. Okay, so when we started our company, we were 100% ready to run. We were ready to run. We were ready to close an account. and we were ready to go. Okay, we just had to set up the insurance company relationships, but that took about a month. And then after that, we were just ripping calls all day long. I mean, we probably made 200 to 300 calls a week each. And then we were so busy in that first month or that first year in business, we projected very conservative number. We wanted to do $30,000. I think we ended up doing over $125,000 in revenue that first year. Okay, so that first year was a huge confidence builder, and it was the hardest year because nobody knows you, nobody cares about you, everyone's doing their own thing, they're not interacting with your business, you have no referrals because you have no clients. So that first year is literally the hardest year. So we got through that hump and we realized what's possible. Okay, what's possible is we can grow a business, we can bring in revenue. Now we need to figure out how to scale this thing. So year 2, we bought an insurance agency that we saw that was for sale. So we acquired one. We learned a lot through that acquisition that has prepared me to make even more acquisitions. We learned so much. And year 2 was growing, but also dealing with a minimizing of time, right? Because if it's me and my wife, we close accounts. Those accounts come with service. People add trucks, remove trucks, they have different service things. We have to go meet with them. So my time is starting to get crunched. My time's getting taken away. So what we had to do was we had to shift. Cammie was in sales, my wife. I was in sales as well at our company, right? But we had to shift. I said, hey, what we need to do is you need to manage all of our accounts. So if somebody calls in, you take the call. If one of my clients has something that needs to get done, you do it. So basically she has taken over the service department. I've taken over the sales department. So what we've done is we said, what do we need to do? We need to give people their time back. Okay, so she's taken away from sales, but I've been able to focus more into it. So as we've grown our company, we've added salesmen to our company, agents, and we're continuing to expand. And Cammie is building out the service department. I'm building out the sales. So the nice thing is when you bring people in, you should be saying, how can I get my time back as a business owner? Because a lot of people think, oh, well, I'm paying somebody a salary or I'm paying somebody to do this. I'm not seeing the direct correlation with that. And it's not you paying their salary, it's you paying to get your time back. And a lot of people don't understand that. They look at it and they say, well, I have $4,000 less this month. Well, you have $4,000 less, but that $4,000 should give you time as a business owner for you to go grow your business. And what a lot of business owners don't do is they say, I want to build out where I just have to sit back and I just do the things I want. And it's like, no, you should do the things that you're great at. I'm great at sales, so I focused on sales. So what's really helped grow our company is at the beginning, what we did is we put our head down and we did the stuff that nobody wants to do. That's cold calling. That's cold visiting. We'd go door to door. We started knocking doors in a neighborhood. We knocked 50 doors and we realized that's not really a scalable model. So we went back to cold calling. We went and cold visited businesses. We did every possible thing. I remember I told Cammie one time, I said, if somebody needs insurance in our area, they will know our name because I will call them. If they need it, if they want quotes, they will know my name. And that's the tenacity and the ferociousness that you need when you're growing a business. You have to get it done. You don't have the right to be in business. You don't get to just have revenue coming in. You have to go create it. And now it's way easier. We have referrals coming in. We have the phone ringing. Our website's hitting off on Google all over the place. Things are so much easier from a revenue perspective. But now I'm going into management challenges. Management challenges of bringing in the right people, hiring the right people, making sure we're able to scale, making sure we're able to continue to grow and keep our expenses low, keep our profit margin kind of where it is, but it's going to go down. So it's just one of those things that is really hard to grow a business and get to that next, plus revenue mark and all these things that, we have, quadrupled, just made so much more money working for ourselves. But better yet, we've been able to personalize our business and do it the right way. The way I was treated at previous companies, maybe didn't agree on certain things that I can do differently. I can treat people the right way. And, a lot of people say, I want to start a business, so if I want time off, I can have time off. You're not going to have time off. I've worked every single day since I started my business, but it is 110% worth it. So this is how I've grown my business. I've grown it by putting my head down and doing the tough stuff, and we're continuing to do it. When other people want to coast, a lot of people get to our size in business and they coast because they're making really great money that they couldn't make anywhere else, and they coast. We don't want to coast. We want to grow. We want to grow because we know that if we don't grow, it's very selfish to the people around us that we could positively impact. We could hire people if we grow, have a great impact on their life. We could give to our church. We can continue to give to our family, potentially take them on vacations, things like that. We can do that stuff when we are not selfish and decide to continue to grow and do the hard things. So if you want to grow your business, the summary of this video is do the hard things. If you like this type of content and you haven't subscribed or liked, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe.